Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I already made a video talking about how WNBA players were delusional and crying about how little money they get paid compared to their male counterparts like a couple months ago. And well, today I'm back and I'm going to be talking about a women's national soccer team member instead this time. And I think this just goes to show just how stupid and delusional some of these female athletes are. I really don't know what goes through their head, and if they truly believe that they deserve to get paid the same as the men do, or if it's all just clickbait and virtue signaling. And well, the person that we are going to be talking about today is Megan Rapinoe, I think it's Rapinoe. She's probably one of the more well-known women's soccer players, with the other one most likely being Alex Morgan. And other than that, to be honest, I really don't know any other women's soccer players. But then again, I don't really watch women's soccer like that, or even soccer in general, because soccer really isn't that big out here in the States. But I will watch the World Cup when that's on, because that's like one of the biggest sports events. So I don't even watch men's soccer anyways, let alone women's soccer. But I do know that the women's soccer team is really good, because they've won multiple World Cups. And the United States women's soccer team is debatably the best women's soccer team right now. But regardless, it's like these female athletes either never took a basic business or economics class, or they failed it. Like, it's really not that hard to comprehend simple supply and demand. If no one wants something, then the demand for it is obviously going to be low. And if everyone is gunning after something, then the demand for that is obviously going to be high. Like, what is so difficult to understand about this? They really got to go back to a standard business 101 college course. No. Actually, scratch that. Not even a college level class. They even teach you this shit back in like high school.
It's the only thing the U.S. women's soccer team has yet to win: equal pay.
We've filled stadiums, we've broken viewing records, and yet despite all of this, we're still paid less than our male counterparts.
Megan Rapinoe, a star of the team, speaking to Congress on Equal Pay Day.
If it can happen to me, with the brightest light shining on us at all times, it can, and it does, happen to every person who is marginalized by gender.
In the U.S., women on average make 82 cents to every dollar paid to white men. For black women, it's 63 cents. For Latinas, it's 55. U.S. women's soccer sued the U.S. Soccer Federation for equal pay and equal treatment in 2019. They now get better hotels and flights, but a judge dismissed their claim for equal pay. The team is appealing. The Soccer Federation says it's still open to further negotiation.
It really boggles my mind that they, as fully grown adults, still can't wrap their head around basic economics. This honestly just really goes to show just how clueless a lot of the American population is. And yes, it is very true that the United States women's team is miles better than the men's, but you also have to take into consideration that the men's World Cup makes significantly more than the women's. And just to put it into perspective, back in 2018, according to Duke University, the Women's World Cup brought in around $73 million in revenue, while the 2018 Men's World Cup, according to CNBC, brought in $6 billion in revenue. That's such a massive difference. I really don't think that a lot of people are able to wrap their heads around just how much of a difference that is. Maybe it's because 73 is bigger than 6, but this would be like comparing the salary of your average American to Jeff Bezos. They're asking for a higher pay raise when they fail to comprehend that the World Cup isn't able to pay them more, even if they wanted to, because they only bring in so much revenue. Like, there's a cap. Like, where did they expect the rest of the millions of dollars to come in from? Like, out of thin air? And also, they can't even argue for the American Soccer League salaries either, because again, even men's soccer in America, even though it is not that popular, still has way more viewers than women's soccer. The fact that she makes these statements of like, oh, we filled stadiums and viewing records and broken viewing records, that means we should be entitled to the same salary as men. Like, no, bro, that's not how it works. I also hope that she realizes that men's soccer can fill way bigger stadiums than women's soccer ever can. And the part where she says we've broken viewership records is also pretty misleading, because men's soccer is also breaking viewership records as well. And yeah, sure, that means interest in women's soccer is growing. The interest in men's soccer just dwarfs women's soccer anyways. I tried finding the exact number of the average women's soccer league viewership compared to the men's in America, and I really wasn't able to find an exact number, just the average viewers across ESPN, which is like the streaming service I don't know why, because finding the men's Major League Soccer averages viewers were so easy. I honestly wonder why they made it so difficult. But the Women's Soccer League averaged around 81,000 viewers per game actually. Not bad considering that this wasn't factoring in television viewers. But even then, the average viewer of a MLS game, which is the men's league, was around 260,000. And this number wasn't even taking in streaming numbers into consideration either. And I mean, if you still don't believe me that men's soccer brings in more money, just take a look at the difference in the in-person attendances. The MLS has nearly 7 times as many people attending their games than the Women's Soccer League. Like, what are these athletes smoking to be believing in the shit that they say? It truly makes no sense. I'd also like to add that this is the same women's soccer team that lost 5-2 to FC Dallas, a soccer team that only has boys under the age of 15, and they're not even fully adults yet. Like, do people not realize how laughable this is? And well, to put into basketball terms, this would be like getting blown out by 20 points. I don't care what you say, like, oh, it was just a scrimmage. Nah, bro. Imagine if an NBA team lost to a high school basketball team, a team that doesn't even have adults yet. You're telling me that this is the same team that won multiple World Cups? Like, when you put that into perspective, it really makes you wonder the level of competition that the Women's World Cup soccer team is facing out there in the World Cup. Like, nah, man, this is getting a bit sus. I'd honestly like to see the same FC Dallas team compete in the Women's World Cup just to see how well they would match up against the other women's teams from around the world. Like, if you want to get the same level of respect as your male counterparts, at least be a soccer team that isn't even fully developed yet, right? Soccer has only just recently gained popularity here in the United States, and I'm sure that it will keep on getting more popularity as the years go on. And of course, when it grows in popularity, we will be seeing more and more money come into the industry, and when that happens, you know that there will be another person, whether it be Megan Rapinoe or someone else, to cry about how they aren't getting paid the same as males. And don't even get me started on the whole gender wage gap thing. That's just a load of BS. But yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to watch my last video if you missed it. And also, follow me on Twitter at Spolt if you guys want to keep up with me. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching. Peace out.